Hey guys, NF is coming out with a premiere of Lost. Literally like in seconds, okay? We're waiting for it. There's 75,000 people watching. I'm excited. I know it's out of my Journey's sequence, but that's okay. All of his new stuff, I'm going to be doing it, and then I'll keep going through my journey from the past, okay? This one is Lost featuring Hobson, who is obviously another artist, okay? Here we go, guys. This is going to be fun. I'm glad I'm here for it, alright? I'm glad you guys tell me when things are coming. Ready? Get set. Go! Looks like my home state. Mountains.
Look, self-awareness, pride's a coat and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered though when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish. Cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me. Is a personal canvas. The pain can be flat. I get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadow. But something on that up. I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits spin off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rant. I like to own what I value. I can take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to roll against the current. That's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative. I'm diligent on every level. I never could settle. I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love.
Okay, I am going to stop it. I hate stopping it. I just wish maybe like I could watch it a few days later and not feel guilty, but oh, who cares? I feel like he's talking about his Christian walk. I mean, he literally is. If you really listen to that, I'll have to go back and listen to the words. He's talking about self-awareness. He's talking about how everybody is lost. Everybody is lost, okay? And that everybody doesn't want to be told, or I think he said something about everybody doesn't want to be told that what they're doing, like keep them in check, but somebody has to keep them in check. Okay, who's he talking about, right? He's talking about his walk in a spiritual level. And then he says, I'm looking down, there's only a narrow path, like looking down the barrel of a gun. That's the narrow path. That is a biblical statement right there. So, he's obviously talking about his walk. Ready? Go!
Back arenas and all, but what I really want to do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss, and pull them back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws and told me I can never revolve, then pull a bane on them, ask them, oh, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it, applaud the traits that I want. They say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it, cause when you fail, just know that it's a test, and if you can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist, it's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost.
Totally.
When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. Lost.
Wow, these burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mine left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grin. And they all wanna see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts. My shoulders ready for most shrugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having it sore heart. It's torn apart from a family that
I gotta pause it. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is like, they're now talking about the persecution of their faith from the outside. I'm just guessing, okay? I feel like that's what it is. It's the persecution of them for having this faith. They're going against the grain, right? There's a wave of people going this way, and they're trying to come this way, because that's kind of what your spiritual faith is these days. You're going against the grain if you get spiritual. You're trying to live a life of love and happiness and compassion and mercy and grace. And all they do is call you names and call you, there's a path against you in society. It's called a secular society, right? And there's an anger coming out here. Let's keep going. Ready? Go.
I don't have anymore. Now hold up. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? A pity. It's kind of funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list. Cause manifested this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate.
I have to stop it. He said, something about, I want to look in the book of James to see if they'll add my testament. Okay? Okay. The book of James is in the Bible. All right? So basically that is, it's a book that kind of teaches Christians how to live a life. Let me just pull it up. Well, let's Google it here. Book of James. Okay, a summary of the book of James. James wrote this book to Jewish believers to encourage them to endure and live bold Christian lives. James is a book about practical Christian living that reflects a genuine faith that transforms lives. In many ways, it's similar to the Old Testament book of Proverbs. Okay, let's see. So when he's saying, I want to add my testament, he's basically saying, add mine how I've had to live and let me show you how I had to live, right? Chapter 1 teaches believers to test their faith and prove yourselves doers of the word. Wow. Okay. James encourages believers to put their faith into action and to be servants of Jesus Christ. So they're like saying, look, if you see this song is totally going that way, you guys. Chapters 2 and 3, James describes the relationship between faith and works, okay? He teaches that a person of faith without works demonstrates a useless faith, okay? Now, I'm not saying you have to do work to be a believer and to be a Christian, but he's saying, hey, if you're a Christian, you're going to work it. These guys are working it. They're paddling. He said, we're paddling. He even had a paddle. I'm paddling against the grain. Okay, he's working it, right? Because he wants to. This is very interesting stuff here, guys. Okay, let's keep going. Ready? Go.
I just ain't the same when I'm lost.
Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
All the balloons. I don't know what that is, but just something to look down. Don't know. But I can tell you one thing. That's for certain. They're lost. I don't know. I can't tie in the when I'm lost, but I think that they're just basically saying we're all lost without something. And in this case, it's their faith, right? I think that's what it's about. I have no idea. You guys, I'm seeing this for the first time just like you. I have no clue. I'll have to listen to it like 50 more times to really get something out of it. But anyway, NF, Lost, featuring Hobson. Peace.